Hey guys, welcome back to Open It and Play. This is Mike, and today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends series Secret Wars Falcon. Marvel's Falcon. This is Falcon's very classic costume from the old days, but this is a classic version for most people, so it's the one that I wanted for my display. Early days Avengers, I think this is the same costume he had. So a lot of people have one of the two other Falcons that they released, but mine is the later of those two, I think. But yeah, I really wanted this one, so I'm glad to see this version, but I do wish he was a bit of a bigger buck or a bigger build, because I imagine Falcon has a little bit more musculature up here. But this guy comes with Red Wing finally, and he does come with these alternate wings, not alternate, but these alternate wings and his regular wings. But it's his original costume, so his wings are really small. Don't ask me how he flies. Okay, and here is our usual lenticular shield. Oops. You know it, you love it, probably not, but I think it's nicely done, but yeah, like a lot of people say, we don't need it. We really don't need it. But for accessories, thank God he does come with some sort of runner's hands or saluting hands. So those are nice to see. Whoa, those are nice to see right out of the box. You can also use those for your Quicksilver, maybe, if you have a Quicksilver. Come on. Okay, sorry, this thing's not focusing today. All right, and we also have Red Wing here. Poor Red Wing, he seems to have a pipe stuck in his butt. I really wish they would have made this clear. I don't know if anybody will try to make one that's clear, but I think I'm gonna probably try to do something with some of my old sprues from like models and stuff. I think I can find a clear thing that will work to stabilize him on the arm. But let's get Falcon out of the package. We are looking at usual Sunfire buck, aren't we? I think this is Sunfire, the old Sunfire body. Like, we just cannot get past that body. So this is a really slender, this is a really slender Falcon, but that's what we're going with for the buck for this guy. I wish they would have went with something a little bit bigger. Maybe the Vulcan body would have been a better choice. But obviously Falcon was younger at some point, but I think he was always pretty beefy and muscular. So let's look at his height measurement real quick. He is standing at, we got 6 3/8, is that right? Looking at about 6 3/8, it looks like, for this one. I think that was pretty accurate. But I'm sorry, we forgot. We got to get these wings out too. These wings, sorry, this review is kind of haphazard. Oops. So here's his flight pose wings. If it will zoom in, there we go. His flight pose wings, front and back. They are shiny. Hopefully that's not too bad. And there's resting wings. Sorry, maybe kind of like this. But okay. Okay, on to Falcon, the aesthetic. So this is what he's going with. He's got his kind of 70s colors. He's got his little bird feet here, and he's got his little bird beak up here. It's kind of funny. I didn't even see it when I first knew about Falcon, but on this toy it seems to be much clearer. But okay, let's look at his articulation. He can look up this far. Sorry, it's hard to get the position. Can look up this far. He's on a hinge and bull, down a lot, so it'll be good for flight poses. He does have a little bit of attitude. You can get a little bit of expression with that. It's not a whole lot, but He's got butterfly joints that will go back a heck of a lot. That's good for a flyer. They go forward some. How much cross body can we get? Okay, about like that. So it's not the worst. It's not as good as it could be, but it's not too bad. Okay, his arms will go all the way around at the shoulder. They go up just 90, so you are limited by this part. But this bicep cut is functional. Okay, and double jointed pinless elbow will get you back that far. Okay, and he does have a giant chunk of his, what is this? This is a bicep, this is a tricep, I think. I can't remember my musculature names, so. Okay, his wrists hinge horizontally, and of course they hinge and pivot. Fists out of the box, and then the saluting hands that we talked about before. Okay, he's got the usual Sunfire ab crunch. So one of the most familiar joints in all of Marvel Legends. He has the usual waist cut, which looks pretty ugly by modern day standards. His legs will go up that far. He does have thigh cut. Looks a little bit odd at some angles, but not too many people are going to get their legs in this angle. Okay, and he can also do... Okay, he can get his knees back that far, double jointed and pinless. He does have a boot cut, and fortunately they sculpted his boots to have this little lip on it. I don't know why they didn't use that for the constrictor, because the shape is pretty close. His ankles will hinge back far, forward decent amount. This is a softer plastic, so it tends to get out of the way. And of course he has ankle pivot. Okay. That is Falcon. Man, I wish I would have had a cap here. I need a cap here to put him side by side with. But as far as the aesthetic, I was going to say one thing. This shoulder seems to be a little bit different color than this, but only slightly. But on this side, I don't really notice it so much. So it's kind of weird. It seems to be this specific shoulder joint. But I think you guys can see very clearly he's obviously got completely two different shades of skin here. He's like really light skinned in the back, and he's really dark skinned in the front. So that is completely ridiculous. On this side, it's harder to notice, but it is still clearly visible. This one stands out so much. I don't know if he had like a lot of UV exposure or something on this side, because this and this stand out, but anyways, poor Falcon. He's got sunburn, or he's got some kind of bleaching going on the back of his neck. So, but anyways, that is Falcon. Thank you guys for joining me on this review of the figure, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.